Hi, my name is Eric Matsubara. I am the Technical Support Manager for GF Piping Systems. This is part 2 of a 2-part series setting up your SPC electro-pneumatic positioner. Today we'll go over the wiring and configuration. In the previous episode, we went over how to install the positioner to the actuator as well as the pneumatic connections. Today we'll focus on the wiring. Before we get started, I'd like to cover some of the details on the positioner. This is a 24-volt DC system. It requires 125 milliamps. My suggestion would be a 0.5 or half amp power supply. The connector is a M12 8-pin. I prefer to use the GF cable, part number 199190649. It will come with 5 meters of cable and the flying leads. Let's get into the color identification. Green and yellows for supply plus 24 volts will be on yellow, ground on green. Your 4 to 20 input will be signal wire to white, ground to brown. Your position feedback will be red and blue with the signal on red and the ground on blue. If you're not using this assembly, the pin assignment is found on page 22 of the instruction booklet. Getting into the cap, let's kind of go over what we see inside. Here we have 2 LEDs. LED 1 is for position indication. LED 2 is status. We have buttons 1 and button 2. These are used for different controls and programming. And we have the set of micro switches. These control switches change the functionality of the positioner. Switch number 1 changes or will invert your 4 to 20 signal. Switch number 2 will turn on a tight seal. This will close it beyond your full close position by about 2%. Switch 3 is a switch from a linear to a characterized setting. These are different set points that you can have for your positioner. And switch number 4 changes it over from manual to automatic. When they're all in the off position, this is how it would come from the factory. If I took switch number 4 and turned it on, I am turning on manual mode. Notice the LED changed to a flashing yellow and white, and it will allow me to set the valve's position manually. Button 1 will aerate, button 2 will deaerate. In order to perform the X-tune and calibrate the unit, we'll need it in automatic. So we'll switch that down and we'll press and hold the button number 1 for 5 seconds. When I do this, LED 2 will light up. It'll flash green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get the green flashing. It is now going to perform its configuration. For this demonstration today, I'm going to be using 2 multimeters, one for control and one for position feedback. Sometimes your X-tune will not take the very first time. There are a few things to look at. One obviously is going to be your pneumatic connections, making sure that you are properly, you have proper sealing on those. The other is a little bit more evasive. You have to remove the positioner completely and make sure that we are assembled properly on here. What I suggest doing is running the X-tune a second time just to see if it takes, and if it doesn't, resetting the unit. You can reset the unit by pressing button 1 and button 2 at the same time for 10 seconds. Again, when you do that, you're going to see LED 2 flash green indicating it's ready to reset, and once you let go, the reset will take place. Then run your X-tune again. So right now it looks like it's completed. I'm showing a green LED on LED 1, which indicates that I'm in the full closed position. I am set at 4 milliamps, so I should be closed. Why don't I run this up to about 12 or 15? So a white LED indicates that I am in between full open and full close, or 4 and 20 milliamps. So right now, yep, I'm sitting about 3/4 the way open. And if I run this all the way up to 20 milliamps, I get the yellow LED. Also on my position feedback, I'm showing 20 milliamps. So if I scale this down, get this down to 4, I should go to full close. And at full close, my LED should turn green. That's it, guys.